driving this car, actually, I feel like I'm piloting it. The two 4-barrels, the top down, I stand on it, throws me back in the seat. Mike and I take off, and it's just an incredible experience. Very, very different from driving a modern day car. It smells like gasoline, the wind is blowing in your face, and it's just wonderful. I'm Tom Rickey, this is my son Mike. We've been doing this hobby for about 20 years. Michael's been a great wingman. He is my wingman. We've just enjoyed the hobby. It's something that we do. Our daughters don't do this, my wife doesn't do this, it's just Mike and I. So it's really been a great thing. The 56 Cadillac is my 14th Cadillac. I was up on eBay poking around. You know how you get on eBay and you can't stop? Well, this thing popped up. And it was in a little town called Chemainus, British Columbia, about an hour or so north of Victoria. This is a complete frame-off, every nut and bolt car. It took him 4 years to restore. This car was a work of art, and I went crazy. And when I was looking at it, he had me underneath the engine bay, looking up underneath it, and he grabbed my hand with the trouble light, pushed it up and said, "Look at that grommet, look at that seal, look at this, look at that." So we had to buy it. I mean, there was no way I had the skills or the time to do what he did. This one's got two 4-barrels, and they're huge. And when you're driving along in one 4-barrel and you're just kind of going down the road, you've got two of the barrels open. When you stand on it, the secondaries on the first 4-barrel pop in, and the whole second 4-barrel pops in. And this one will smoke the 58. Just walks away from it. The seats are the original style and in the original colors. And they're all handmade using Bentley leather, and they're smooth as a baby's butt.
It's always fun because ever since I was little, and my dad would always take me out to car shows, and he would show me all these different things about all these different cars, and I've had a lot of fun, waxing and washing and, just getting my hands dirty and learning how to do certain things and how to do it right. And if there's something that I don't know how to do, I always ask, what can I do, to learn how to do it right or something. And it's just been a whole lot of fun.
Kind of an interesting story. When I was 15, my neighbor's father won a 58 Cadillac Eldorado in a poker game in Waikiki. And he came home with that car, and I went, my goodness. And it, this mental imprint on my brain. And it took me a little while longer before I could afford to buy one myself. So this car, the white car, it's a 58 Eldorado Seville. It's a coupe. It has several experimental features to it. One of the experimental features was the vinyl top. This is a very early experimentation that GM did for vinyl tops. Another feature of the car is it's got factory tri-power, 3 2-barrel carburetors. It has high-performance heads from the factory, mild cam, and some suspension tweaks. Harley Earl, who was head of the design team at that time, ordered his people to throw buckets of chrome on it. And that's exactly what this car has. The wheels are unique. They may look like a hubcap, but actually they're an aluminum alloy wheel. So they're another break from tradition and a little experimental thing that they did for the Eldorado. The interior is all original, except we put sort of Hawaiian-themed seat covers over the original seats, because the original seats, being as old as they are, the seams began coming apart. And we didn't have the heart to tear the old seats out and put new seats in. On the dashboard, there's the Cadillac writing, but there's also a crown. And that was part of this Motordom's masterpiece. So that's a one-off, one-only crown that they put on the 58. So on these cars, they only made 815 of these out of over 121,000 Cadillacs that year. So you had a choice of 45 different color combinations of interiors, exteriors, and so on and so forth for a run of 815. Pretty special.